Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Dr. Nicole Gauthier. She's with the University of Kentucky, Extension Plant Pathologist there. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
Now, Nicole, today we're going to talk a little bit about mulch fungi. People are starting to call in, they're seeing things pop up, and sometimes they have questions about those.
Yeah, usually there's worry. So you see all these fungal structures and slime mold in your mulch and your beds. And there's always panic that it's something bad or they'll spread to plants. But these are the fun ones. These are the good ones. It's a good sign. But a lot of people do worry if they don't quite know what they're looking at.
Yeah, so they're not something to be alarmed about. It's a natural process, right?
Absolutely. So a really good mulch and beds heavy in organic matter are going to have these fungi naturally occurring. We bring them in when we bring mulch in. And these are your decomposers. These are, they're scavengers. They're breaking down organic matter. They're recycling nutrients. So they're actually a sign of good things. They're a sign of good, healthy beds and good, healthy soils.
And a lot of times when we see like little mushrooms pop up or something, we might not be so alarmed. But some of these different, they have a really unique look to them.
Yeah, there's some really fun ones out there. So we have a new publication, and so we did this because of the fear, and of course we work primarily on plant diseases. But everybody thinking these might be plant disease, we decided to do this. So some of the really fun ones are there's a slime mold. So slime molds are different than fungi. We kind of lump them together, but slime molds just kind of crawl around. But dog vomit fungus or dog vomit slime mold is one that we see a whole lot, and it literally looks like dog vomit right on the surface of your mulch. In fact, I walked out of my front door this morning and I've got a blob of dog vomit that has come and gone probably once a week for the last 4 weeks. So they can be really interesting.
They were really original with the name. And then when we tell clients that's what it's called, they're like, no, really. But that is exactly what it looks like.
And so it is not dog vomit. It is a slime mold, and it's just crawling around. So I want to make sure that we stress that these organisms are in the soil. They're in the mulch. We see them. So what we see is their sporulation. So they're providing fruiting structures or spores, and that is how they reproduce. So when we have a lot of rain or irrigation, we'll see them start to bring those fruiting structures to the surface. But just because we get rid of that fruiting structure does not mean we get rid of the body of the organism. It is there. It is everywhere. So what you see is just the tip of the iceberg, what's underneath.
And, you know, a lot of times, especially with the dog vomit, it's unsightly. So they want to remove it. If they did remove it from the landscape, it's not hurting anything, right?
No, it's not hurting anything. But if you've ever tried to remove dog vomit, by the time you start to shovel it, those spores become powdery and they just puff everywhere. So all you're doing is disseminating it. So it's really a fruitless task. You can rake it in if you know, especially if it's right on the side of your step, or if you like me, you can just enjoy it and giggle when you walk by.
Now that you know what it is, right? When people know
what
it is. Yeah. And so what other types of fungi are out there?
So there's lots of tiny mushrooms. You'll see those popping up everywhere. Another one that I particularly like is bird nest fungus. And this one really produces a fruiting structure, and inside are some like little substructures that look like eggs, look like bird eggs. So it literally looks like a bird nest with eggs inside. So those are some really fun ones. And the last load of mulch I had delivered to my backyard must have been full. So I've got bird nest fungi all over. In fact, this picture is from my backyard. They're everywhere, and they're about 1/4 of an inch diameter. They're small, but they come by the hundreds.
Oh, and so when people go out there and they see that, you know, they can be somewhat alarmed. But if you have questions, if you go out to your landscape, you see this, you have questions about it, you can always send your local extension office photos or give them a call, and we'd be happy to help. But I would certainly check out that publication because I think it's interesting. I mean, it might just be us, Nicole, that we think those are kind of cool. But it's a great publication, and Nicole, certainly appreciate you bringing that information to us today.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for watching the Farm and Home Show, and we hope you have a great day.